All right, well, I have scoured his property. I went next door to the nature preserve. The only part of his place that I didn't get to was the furthest northwest and northeast corners, just because it's hard to get there. There's not really an easy way to get there. It's like there's all kinds of shit. There's no trail. There's no nuts. It's just the woods, and it's all messed up back there. It's really hard to get to. So I skipped trying to go there, but that's where he thinks I might have the best chance to get a signal to live. So he took me on a tour when I first got here. We went out all around. He showed me where he heard some of the stuff, weird stuff coming from as far as vocals and, some of the screams, which I still haven't even shared with you. They're so loud. They're so powerful. So we did this big tour of the woods with him. I didn't film much because, again, I didn't want him in it, but I was trying to get signal and I was getting nothing. One bar, StreamYard wouldn't come up, YouTube wouldn't let me do anything. We were out there, and what's up, Truth? We were out there, and in one spot, all of a sudden, my phone goes dead, full charge, just shuts right off. No warning, no nothing. Battery goes red, and then boom, it's done. I know you heard that. Someone had to have heard that. So anyway, no service. Phone goes dead. I take the phone out. I hook it up to one of my backup batteries and let it charge for a while. I'm trying to still find a signal. Can't find a signal. He shows me where he heard the screams and the howls coming from. He's like, it had to be right in this area right here, whatever. We're over there, and I'm sorry, but I keep hearing sticks breaking. Now, I moved over so there's a state forest that butts up to his property. There's a nature preserve that's also part of that whole land area. He's got 48 acres, or maybe he may have had more than that. I might be wrong about that number. My memory's not that great. But he's got a lot of land. So anyway, we go out. Can't get signal. Phone goes dead out of nowhere. It was fully charged, completely charged. I had used it for 5 minutes maybe because, again, I didn't want him in the video. He doesn't want to be in the video, and I couldn't find a signal to live stream, so I was like, well, screw it. I'll just wait. Turn the phone back on with the battery back up on, and the battery pack dies. This battery pack is supposed to charge 4 iPhones at the same time fully. It was fully charged, and it died. Completely died. So I'm weirded out. I said to him, I was like, you have any problems out here with any of your electrical equipment? He's like, I don't really have anything for electronics except for my phone, and I don't really pay attention to it if I come out here. He's like, I don't come out this far too often. So I was like, okay. So as we're out there, when I tell you, he stopped when he was walking, and he like stopped what he was saying and like turns and looks over at this like dark area over by this kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say like a ridge because it wasn't too high, but it was like a hilly area. He stops dead in his tracks, and I was like, you okay? And he says, yeah, I thought I don't know, I felt like I saw something at the corner of my eye, and I was like, I said, did you feel like somebody was staring at you, like staring a hole through you? And he said, well, I hate to talk about that stuff because it's just a feeling. He said, but I've had more than a few times out here, I felt like somebody was staring a hole right through me, to the point that I would get goosebumps, he said, and then feel like, I need to turn around. He said, I'd turn around real quick and I'd see nothing. But that was the type of feeling that I had when we were out there. in that one area. I mean, it felt like, man, it just felt like somebody was staring a hole through the back of your neck. It was the creepiest feeling. It's so much stronger than I've ever had anywhere else. I mean, it was strong. It was very strange. So put the phone away in my bag because I'm like, well, the phone's dead. The backup battery's dead. We leave that area. We start heading more towards the west-hand side of the property. Again, still no signal. I'm getting one bar, and StreamYard won't do anything. YouTube won't do anything. But my phone worked. All of a sudden, my phone works. I turn it on, tells me that I have 89% battery. And then I pull the backup battery out, and that's completely drained still. But my phone works. And how the hell does that happen? How's that even possible? Your phone is almost fully charged. When I don't know, the last time I was looking at it, it was like 94%. And then all of a sudden, it's dead. It just shuts off. Red line, dead, boom, see you later. Try to turn it back on, won't turn back on. What the frig, man? Like, just the strangest thing. And I'm like, this stupid phone. I'm not even thinking anything else. I'm angry at my phone. I'm like, this better not friggin' happen right now. But as we walk to the west, I take the phone out and try it again. And it turns on, and it's 89% battery. How is that possible? How is it possible? The whole battery pack that I have is drained. It is drained. It's empty. It was fully charged. Again, this thing's supposed to charge 4 iPhones simultaneously with a full charge. It's strange. It's just weird. So, okay, so there's that part. So now we're in the west-hand side of his property. He's telling me, you know, what happens, you know, what the things that go on there, and over the years. And he said, you know, he's heard vocals out that side too, but predominantly they were over on the east side. He said that at one point he was taking a load of brush into the woods, and he had the trailer on the back of his four-wheeler. He was over on that west side of the property, out in the woods. None of this land behind the house it looks like this. I mean, this is what it looks like. There's only very few paths, trails that he's created out there where he goes and he dumps things. Him and his wife used to kind of take walks back there and whatnot. But otherwise, it's just this. It's wild. So he is taking a load of brush back there. And as he was taking a load of brush back there, he has one of those like stainless steel trailers or whatever. That's what it was in. And he hears this ding on the back of the trailer. And he thought nothing of it at first, but then it happened 2 more times as he's driving. So he's like, what the hell, man? My rock's popping up from under the tires or something. But, you know, he's not driving fast because you can't drive fast on these things, on these paths. And it's not particularly rocky. So he's like, what the hell? So he stops and looks around. Now, mind you, all this stuff had been going on for over a year at this point, and he didn't have any idea about Bigfoot yet. Still, this is only recent. I mean, someone said something to him about a year ago, but only recently did he really start thinking about it because of the prints. But he stops the four-wheeler, gets out, and he's looking around, and all of a sudden he sees it as this rock comes arcing in and hits the friggin' trailer again, right in front of him. He said, I thought I was losing my mind. He said, I truly thought I was losing my mind. I didn't know what to think about this, all of this. It's just all so strange. So I kept thinking there's got to be kids out here messing around. But, you know, his closest neighbors are half a mile to a mile away, depending on which side you're talking about. He's like, and I know all my neighbors. So none of my neighbors have kids. Not young ones. The kids they have are all grown and moved away. So more strange stuff. It's just, I'm telling you right now, it is a weird feeling area. Doesn't feel negative. I didn't get in. Are you hearing this? Tell me you're hearing this. We're in the state forest property right now. It literally is adjacent. It butts up. They share the same woods. I only came here because I was trying to get on live and do something, right? To get to be here with you guys. And I'm like, I tried the nature preserve. I tried this area. I tried that area, and I couldn't get anything. So I only came here to try to get live. I heard sticks breaking when I first got in here. There's 100% something going on over here that sounds like knocking to me. Just sounded like there were 3 or 4 in a row. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it is so crazy up here. There's so many different tree structures, and I'm talking about just friggin' like shit that I don't see here ever. Weird shit. Like big, huge trees that are suspended. It's just crazy. The size of the stars that Todd Standing had in that movie he made. Those big giant ones, like giant full trees that made these like asterisks up. They were way up in the air. That's what's going on. There was a tree upside down, shoved into the ground, root balls sticking up about 8 feet in the air. I mean, it's the absolute craziest place I've ever been to. It just feels different. And even in here feels different. Not like his area. His area felt like so charged when I got there. About 100 yards into those woods, and I was like, tell me you heard that. Tell me you heard that. And I'm just running my yapper because my adrenaline's so high. I need to shut the hell up. That picture that I posted in the thumbnail is one of the highest tree bends I've ever seen. It's so high. It's got to be 15 feet high. And it is bent the hell over and then wrapped around that other tree. I'm in Connecticut right. Tell me you're hearing this. Hello? Tell me you're hearing that. Hello? Now it stops. What was that? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Truth. 12 and 1 o'clock is where I'm hearing it. Over here and over here. Can you knock for me? Oh, I'm getting chewed alive by these bugs. I put 2 different bug sprays on, and they are killing my legs. Even through these pants. And these stupid black flies. God, I want to murder them all in a slow, painful way. Let's move a little. I don't want to go too far, but just a little bit. I haven't seen any other prints or anything. There's some pretty worn game trails in here, though. And I'm talking about some big, wide ones. That looks like something's been moving through them. Either that's big or moves through them quite often. And look at how thick this is, man. And this is nothing. The stuff behind his house, it's similar to this. Still a lot of pines. There's a lot of hardwoods kind of mixed in. But there's so much like of these type of trees right here, this like sapling or whatever this is with all these green leaves. There's so many of them. It's so dense. Ferns everywhere. And it's just hard to get through. It's hard to see. That's why I didn't get to the northwest and northeast corners, because it was just so hard to get to. He told me that he was going to try to take one of his machines out there and make a path out to each corner for me. I'm telling the guy, I'm like, you don't have to do that. Even though in my head I'm going, yeah, do it. Please do it. Please do it. I want to get to every possible spot in this place. I got to figure out a way to live stream from there, man. I mean, I'm not far from his house. I'm probably less than a mile from his house. Like I said, this property here butts up to his property. This is part of the forest or nature preserve, whatever the hell it is. I came here because we talked about it or whatever, and I was like, oh man, I wanted so bad to go live, and I couldn't get a signal. Plus, me and him, like I talked with him and his wife in their house for like 45 minutes or so when I got there. Sat down, had a coffee with them, and then came out and had the tour. So I've been here for quite a while already. Quite a while. I mean, me and him were out in those woods for probably an hour and a half. Getting from one place to the other, telling me about the things that happened at each place. It's weird. All of a sudden, there's no more knocking. Oh. I just open my mouth, and what happens? You gotta be kidding me. This is crazy. Now, hear it. That was the other thing, too. I swear I heard footsteps. It certainly sounded like 3 knocks to me. That wasn't. And the limb just broke. Right here. Right over there. I'm afraid to go up and over that ridge, man. I don't want to go too far. I don't want to go forward too much. I'm afraid to do that. I just don't. I can't see what's up and over that thing. I don't want to come up over again. Did you hear it? Tell me you heard it. Tap, tap, tap. Wonder if I should knock. No, that wasn't what I was hearing. This last one, that was like a tree rocking, because the wind just started blowing. I don't feel any negative energy. Nothing like that at all. I haven't felt it up here whatsoever. He hasn't had anything negative happen. They haven't hurt. His dogs go out in the yard or whatever, and they kind of have free reign to just walk around as they wish when they're outside. And sometimes he's with them, sometimes he's not. Nothing's ever happened to his dogs. Leads me to believe that if it's them, that they're certainly not aggressive. He's had. The hell was that? Somebody tell me you heard that. That was a woo 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 woo, something like that. Woo woo. Get the frig out of here. Come on. I'm always so wary of knocking back, but now I'm getting knocking from here. Fucking loud. He has, they have, I guess it's all guesses, but something has come up and smacked the siding on his house a handful of times, usually really late at night, early in the morning. Hold on, because the wind's about to pick up here. I can hear it coming in from over there. So if there's noise, could be the trees swaying. But they're not even swaying. That's the thing. They're not even moving. Forgive me, guys. I haven't said hi to all you yet, but my head is on a freaking swivel. There's what, Jesus, that made me jump. There was knocking coming from here. I just heard it back here. And then I heard some kind of wah, 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 wah. I don't know how to friggin' describe it. It sounded like some kind of wah, wah, coming from way over there. Like it was off in the distance quite a ways, but I can't see shit down there. I can't see a goddamn thing. I can't see a thing. God, these bugs. Hello? What the hell was that? That sounded like it was 20 feet behind me. I haven't even checked to see what my phone battery looks like. Yeah, it's so crazy, man. It's just so weird. I don't know how, like, how does that happen? Come on. Let me move a little. Trying to be quiet. Not that it matters. Not that it matters. Impression there, possibly. Maybe here too. Clearly I remember picking on the boy. Seemed a harmless little fuck. That looks like an impression too. Can you see that? See the front? Or maybe that's the heel? I mean, you know, it's not clear, but it's definitely some kind of impression sunk down in that moss. I weigh 300 pounds, and I can't get that kind of depth when I'm standing on it. This is where I was just standing, and it don't look like that. Do what, buddy? What are you saying to do? I left tobacco out. I left tobacco and some marbles in 2 different spots on his property. He seems to think that the east side of the property is where the majority of the activity comes from. At least that's where most of the audio comes from. So where we're at right now is adjacent to the east side of his property, but this is state land. I mean, it's just so big, though. It's so big. It's so vast. Who the hell knows? If they're here, they could be anywhere. But it's been very weird in this area. Knocks. I keep hearing something shuffling, sounds like, or move, stepping on lead. I don't know what the hell it is, man. I don't know what the frig it is. I don't know what it is. Leave me alone. God, I hate bugs. At least I am. How can I forget? A surprise left. My jaw left hurting. Oh, like the day. What the fuck was that? Anybody else hear that thud? Jeez. Nothing like being quiet. So, for those of you guys who weren't here when I started this, I couldn't get any signal on his property where we were able to get to. I couldn't get to the northwest and the northeast corners. It's just too damn thick. It's almost impossible to traverse. And I knew if I tried, it was going to take so much time. Although he thinks that I might be able to get a signal out there. So I tried the nature preserve that's next door, didn't get anything there, and then decided, well, let me head out into the state land. That butts right up to all his land, and see if I can't get a signal. It took me another 35 minutes here to try to find a place to get a signal. We're just adjacent to the east side of his property, so all of these woods connect to the east side of his property where we're at right now. When I was on his property and we were in the area where he was showing me that the vocals and yells and all that stuff, the screams came from, I took my phone out to try to videotape, and my phone went absolutely dead. It was 94%, just went battery dead, shut off. Plugged it into my big giant backup battery pack that can charge 4 iPhones simultaneously, and charge them fully. And that died. We left there, we move to another section, and I take my phone out, turn it back on, and it's on. Try to use the backup battery, and the backup battery is completely drained. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is, but that's not normal. That's never happened to me. Never. That backup battery has, I could probably film, no lie, I could probably film for, I would guess probably 6 to 8 hours straight without that thing being dead. It's like a 30,000 mega amp backup battery. But there's all, then I've had knocking over here and then over here. I had some back here. Heard some kind of weird vocal from my 7 o'clock. Just heard some kind of thud. It sounded like something landed in the, something heavy landed in the pine needles, but I don't see anything. And how the hell do you know? I mean, it could have been, if it was something, it could have been anything. Could have been something falling out of a tree. All right, I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to try to do one whoop and see if I get any kind of response. The whistles I haven't gotten any response on. I'm going to try one whoop and see what happens, see if anything happens. It's gotten quiet now. Whoop! I have a Wi-Fi hotspot on me. It's done nothing for me. Nothing. It's the only. That sounded like somebody running. Hello? If that wasn't somebody running, I'm gonna crap my pants. Hello? It sounded like 5 or 6 quick steps. Do. Oh man. So what I was saying is I have a Wi-Fi hotspot and it doesn't do anything out here on this property. It's done nothing. The only other thing I can think of are those. Someone just landed in the leaves. Now the knocking's coming from over there. Why does that one bird off in the distance sound like my cat? Sounds like it's meowing. God, I don't know if I should move or what the hell I should do right now. No, I didn't bring any delicious onion rings. That's probably the key, right? I probably should. I should probably go to Red Robin and get that onion ring stack and bring it with me next time. Hope found him. She found him. He was at a place that serves delicious onion rings. I said, "Well, we got the secret now. We know where to look." Then all of a sudden, a couple days later, he was at some kind of fish stand. Then he was surfing. It's insane. I don't know what bird that is, but it sounds like a friggin'. It's weird. It's really strange sounding. It sounds like it's meowing almost. It's like meow, meow, meow. There's so much destruction in here too. I mean, there's stuff broken everywhere. And I know it could be weather. I'm not saying it's anything other than weather, but there's just a lot of it. A whole lot of it. Well, you're talking about that bird that you're hearing over there. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It is very loud. Do you know that? You know that friggin' you know how wow, what are those owls called? Is it the barred owl? How they snap their beak together? You know that noise? You ever heard that noise? That's what I swear to God, that's what I was hearing when I first got in here, was an owl snapping its beak at me. And I kept looking around, thinking I was going to see one in a tree somewhere because it sounded so close. But I didn't see anything. But it sounded like an owl clacking its beak. People are strange when they're strangers. What was that? Again. The owl, I just said it and I'm hearing it now again. the beat clack. There's something really dark straight back there that keeps getting my attention because I swear I keep seeing it move. Now, I could be wrong. I am a little on edge. I don't know. It's just weird. And there's potential impressions all over this substrate, but it's so hard to tell because there's sticks, there's pine needles, it's just, and this was obviously done very recently. I mean, that's still alive. Could have been a storm, I suppose, but I don't know. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? Trying to get a shot of this, whatever this dark thing is over here. I just heard another knock. But now I don't see it. Now I don't see it. Now I don't fucking see it. I don't see it at all. It should be right back there in those trees, and I don't see it. Oh my god. Hello? What the hell does that? What the hell? What am I thinking? What am I thinking? What does that? I don't see it. some step there. That made an awfully deep impression. I can't do that. Oh my God, that's like 4 inches in the ground. I'm not getting even an inch. What the hell? What the hell was that? I don't know. I always whisper when I'm out and I feel like they're around. I don't want to seem too loud and aggressive. Come on now. Somebody else heard that. Please tell me somebody else heard that. That was clearly something walking. I could see a possible X back there through those trees where I saw whatever that was. That was really dark. Crap, man. I forgot my drink. I can't stay here for too much longer anyway, which really sucks. Oh my God. So strange. It's been a weird day, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a weird day. This has easily been one of the most strange charged up weird active days that I've ever experienced. I can't even begin to describe to you just how heavy that feeling of something staring at us was. I mean, like, God, it gave it. Not that I was like I felt threatened, but man, did it give you the creeps. Like, it was just such a strong feeling. It almost felt as if whoever it was or whatever it was that was potentially looking at us was right there behind you, and like you were going to turn around and be face to face with whatever it is. It was just such a strong feeling. Such a strong feeling. This is a creepy tree. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna... If there's anyone here, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. My hairless monkeys call me Kyle. Do oh, did you hear that? There's two knocks straight ahead in all that mess. Oh my God, you can't see anything in there. If you visit the property over that way that I was just on earlier today, I left you some things over there. There's tobacco, some stones, and a couple marbles. That's just a tree rocking. It wasn't another knock. Oh man, it smells musky. Whew. Man, it smells musky right now. Holy cow. Maybe a bear around here? Bears don't worry me, but I just don't want to accidentally like bump into mom with her cubs. That's the last thing I want. But it's must. Ooh. Yeah, very. Getting stronger the more I move this way. I'm hearing something down there. If it's a bear. It's me. I'm big and scary. Don't come this way. Oh my God, that is strong. That is wicked strong. It's like I don't know. It's weird smell. It smells like kind of like rotting fruit, almost like rotten fruit. It's been sitting in your garbage in the summer sun, and like fur, like wet fur. I know bears stink. I just don't want to get attacked. This is one interesting tree. Very weird. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. I come with love and peace. I mean no disrespect. My name is Kyle. And I have absolutely no idea if you understand me. I like ice cream. My favorite rapper is Nas. And right now, I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. If you'd like, I will be back again next weekend, same time. But I might be over there where I was earlier and then come here later. I'd, I would like it if you would come out and maybe we could play a game. I don't know. I whistle, you whistle. You knock, I knock. Let's just not play manhunt. I feel like I'd be at a major disadvantage. Come on. Come on. You gotta be shitting me. All right, that freaked me out. I'm moving out now. That scared me. That sounded an awful lot like a bear grunt. Whatever the hell it is. Yeah, that freaked me out a little bit. All of a sudden, I just heard this, or some. I don't know. I'm not good at making these noises, man. Something like that. With that smell, like probably some mama bear. Now all of a sudden, the wind's whipping. Very. That's weird, man. It's been so cool. Like the wind's been so gentle all day. Now it's whipping through here. I know that's probably not weird. It's just Mother Nature, but the timing was strange. Okay. Well, Hmm. You know, it's so hard because you start to feel like you're interpreting everything as something, but I just walked over here and see this. I don't know if this is picking it up good. But it looks to be like another impression. And I'm standing right next to it, okay? I'm standing right next to it. I'm bouncing up and down. And I'm getting no depth at all. So, I don't know. Take it for what it is. Who the hell knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? I don't know, Jack. Alright, where am I going? This is where I heard the last knock come from. I don't know. Do I want to go this way? Bugs. You guys do something about the bugs? That'd be spectacular. If you can, I get you a position with off. I'm sure they'll pay you well. All right, one more try. I'm getting ready to leave. Have to go back to my troop. Need to eat. Fat, hairless monkey hungry. Thank you. I enjoyed myself. Next weekend on Saturday. Not this is Sunday. The day before. I don't know what the hell, but these guys, do they understand any of this? I'll be here. If you're here and you understand, please come back. I know there's something here, man. There's been way too much stuff going on out here for there to be nothing here. Oh, and again. All right. Let me my goodness. Okay, what was that? I don't know if I'm going crazy or if I'm hearing like very, very, very faint vocal. Very faint. Sort of high pitched. Coming from there. Back, but for obviously a little well, further back. And then as I heard that and I spun around, I swear I just saw a shadow or something dark move over there. Thank you. Please be safe. Please be safe. Not everybody's good. Check out some stuff here. This is where I heard that. There's other sets of knocks coming from somewhere over in this direction. I'm still smelling this weird smell. It smells like rotting fruit and like wet fur. I've never smelt anything. Okay, here we go. All right, here you go. Not a big one, but again, something shoved this tree into the ground upside down. Either been there a while, or they shoved it in with the moss on it. That's certainly upside down. I've never smelt anything like people say they smell like decomposing body, garbage, BO, porta potty. I've never smelled that. I mean, that to me just sounds absolutely wretched. I've only had one other instance where I smelled anything that was kind of gross, and it smelled to me like, well, I guess kind of like a porta potty, because it did smell like hot pee. It smelled like hot pee that had been sitting in a toilet in the sun. And I guess, like, I don't know, like just funk. Just smelled like funk, man. It's so hard to describe it. This smells like, to me, it smells like rotten fruit or rotten vegetables that have sat in your garbage outside in the sun, and like your dog just jumped in some dirty lake and then rolled around in those rotten vegetables. It's strong. That's another upside down tree. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on. Come on. You see that, right? I just heard something sound like it was moving again, walking. You can get walked out of here. It's weird now that I'm trying to walk out of here. Look at this. This is crazy. Man, nature's nuts. Look at this, man. Look at how this tree grew around this tree's limb. Look at that. That's so crazy. Nature is just nuts sometimes. It's doing it here too. Grabbing a hold right there. And it's doing it here. That's so crazy. I can't zoom this stupid thing. I can't freaking zoom when I'm on StreamYard. Straight back between all those trees. Do you see that big duck? Do you see that big dark spot back there? I swear I saw it move. Man, I don't know why this bug spray did not work today. Man, it worked really good for me last weekend. This is not working today. Tell me you frigging hear that owl. Tell me you hear that. You probably don't. It's because I hear it, but it's not super close. There it goes again. Hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo, 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 hoo. Okay. Hoo, 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 hoo. I thought owls were nocturnal. Am I wrong? There, I'm he's fucking two owls now, hooting back and forth off in the distance. Owls are supposed to be nocturnal, no? Really strange. Really strange. Okay, what in the frig is this? Oh boy. Here you go. Here you go. So, something bent that tree over under that tree's branch and then decided to create this weird teepee blind out of it. Hearing dirt bikes off in the distance now. There's not supposed to be any motorized anything over in this area. So someone's breaking the law. Well, maybe not. They may be on their own private property. Who knows? Two strokes are loud as hell. Look at this, man. You gotta be kidding me. Jesus. Figures, man. Figures. All right, look. I'm going to shut this off now because I'm about to leave. I'm going to walk out without this on and see if anything happens. And when I get back in the car and I pick up a signal again, I'll go back on and talk a little bit more about some of this or if anything happened on the way out. So let me hop off here. I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. Also, remember tonight, 7 p.m., Encrypted Connections. Long Island Bigfoot's coming on. We're going to talk about his time with me last weekend in Patchogue and some other stuff. But just look out, see if I come back on the live when I get in the car. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Love you. See ya.